Greetings, guys. Welcome back to Crypto Consciousness YouTube channel. My name is David, and today I want to take you through two cryptocurrencies that I feel are worthy of investing in if you're not already, and that are about to test all-time highs. And that's a good indication from there in this bull run. If they haven't touched their all-time high, that potentially they will. And from there on, we've got price discovery. So tune in. Let's get stuck into it. So we've got two, one being Zilliqa and one being Digibyte. You can see by the charts there, previous highs in Zilliqa was 31 cents, and we're testing that almost at the moment, and we have an ascending triangle with an apex being reached very soon. We should see that by the end of this month, but it's likely that it'll bust up or down before then. It's a beautiful chart. You've got a nice climbing, ascending uptrend, and the trend is our friend, so we want to go with it rather than against it. So we're not really assuming it's going to go down, but I'll give you a risk management option what to do there. Let's first dive into what Zilliqa is. Zilliqa has, actually we'll go to the homepage, but we'll get to the team in just a second. I'm pretty impressed by the team. There's a lot of people on that team, which means they have covering all bases and they wouldn't let much slip through the cracks. So that's an important thing to consider when you're looking at quality of the team. Let's look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa is a blockchain that was the first to introduce sharding actually in 2019 when it went live. Let's have a look here. It was produced by the Singaporean University, National University of Singapore, and it was basically designed by academics, entrepreneurs, and engineers. It's backed by peer review academic research. So they know where it's going, they know what it's capable of, and they're pushing their limits. And you'll see that through their project when there's a lot of things going on in it and behind the scenes. So there are updates always happening. Having a look though at the platform, the platform, it being a sharding practice that they use, enables it to be absolutely infinitely scalable in a sense. So its capacity is huge and it can fit a lot of transactions per second. So that's the gift of sharding. It's very eco-friendly, doesn't use much in mining, so that's a really strong point there. It only takes 1 minute every 2 to 3 hours to mine Zilliqa. So you can basically, be mining other chains at that same time, they're saying here. The roadmap so far right on track, and the smart contract language, it's got its own language. It actually has a own team that communicates this language and writes this language. It's called Scylla. The beautiful thing about this project is that it already has 60 projects on it, and in 20 countries. So it's worldwide. It's a huge ecosystem, and there's a lot going on already in that infrastructure. So it holds its value in the charts. It's very steady. So if we go, we'll go check the chart in a second, but you'll see it's very steady in its uptrend. We'll have a look at the team just so you get an idea. They're full of different individuals with different skills. You can just start off by looking at the diversity of people on board here, and there's a lot of them. I just love this guy. Growth analysis. Check out his hairdo. You've got good hair, man. That's really awesome. So, it's suitable title. Marketing communications team. We've got here strong team of 5. Then you move down and you've got a management and engineering here. Go developers. Plenty of people on board there. And then it's got its own language team. So significant progress will be made very easily with this amount of people involved. So fundamentally, it's a strong team and a project that's already active. So investing in something like this is a no-brainer. In this super cycle, like I said to you, the uptrend in 2017 bull market just really pushed hard and had massive amounts of volume. We haven't seen that amount of volume yet in this bull run, so we're still early days for it to continue up. The target for this project for me is $1, just because I could see its real use case being so wide and so necessary, and it's being used already by a lot of groups, particularly in Singapore. Let's have a look down here. So the mean uptrend, if we sort of push it down a little bit there and stay on track, just relaxing, just casually continue its current uptrend. We could see by the start of next year it hitting that dollar mark there. So by March next year, if the bull run keeps going and it doesn't have any major bear markets occur like back here had, then we could continue to see a parabolic move to the upside, at least even to 70 cents. 68 cents, 70 cents thereabouts would be a good point to look at taking some profit, and then a correction and continuation potentially. So Zilliqa market cap is $3.2 billion. So to go from here is only a 3x. So you could see this being a $10 billion market cap. With the importance that it has in Singapore, I could see that easily happening. So that's Zilliqa, brilliant product, brilliant use case, and great team, and everything behind it. So it's only 29 cents at the moment, and it's testing that all-time high coming up. So if we see that continue up, then you might see a little pullback to retest that, and off it goes again. But just have a look here. We want to be looking on the daily chart, have a little bit of a look here that it might still pull back a little bit more, because we're testing and we're coming up. As we go up to test, we get pushed back with a sell-off. But I'd be looking at least around here at 27 cents for a buy-in. I put a buy-in order there. And you can also look at being a buy-in order about 26. So if you look at the mean line there, come across here, and we should get a nice comfortable, hopefully a nice comfortable pullback to 26. But that may not happen as well. That may just continue through a little bit of side action, and then up we go. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does come back to touch this line. So you could put a buy order in there. If you want to have a stop loss, so let's say these two significant points are, this is a significant point for a stop loss. So I'd have it just below these two tops here, and I'd probably put it in about 19 cents there on CoinSpot. Just pop in a stop loss there in case a bear market occurred. And this is something I like to teach personally because it's risk management. And for those who get in up the top here, you don't want to be risking too much, but you don't want to just let it ride until if it did tip over, then at least you've got a protection point there and a stop loss. So yeah, you could be looking at around the 19, 18 cents mark here as a stop loss. Hopefully we see some volume coming in. Once it passes that all-time high, I think you will see price discovery. You'll see a lot of push up to the upside. The Fibonacci next point would be 42 cents and a half. And then after that, you've got 52. And then after that, a nice confluence with 68, Fibonacci and mean line. So anyway, that's Zilliqa. Cool. Let's move on now to DigiByte. DigiByte's got a little bit more to go for its all-time high of 19.5 cents. It's testing. It's one of the previous tops there of the bull market in 2017. If we scroll that up a little bit, we should see end of 2017, start of 2008, that bull market. It just took off, big candle movements, pull back, and off it goes again. Let's see if we see that here. So we got big candle movements, pull back, and then some medium-sized candle movements. So I wouldn't be surprised if that reverts, that red one there that we're in at the moment, that weekly, reverts up to the upside and turns green. Let's go into the daily now. So we are busting out here, if you want to call that an ascending triangle, you can, but it's just taking out that previous top at the moment, so that's a good sign. I wouldn't be surprised, and it has retested it today, and it's pulling back up. So again, though, I do see that potentially just turning into green any moment in the next few hours to continue its uptrend. Volume sort of medium there, but with altcoins, because if nobody's selling, it's quite easy without much volume to send the price up. That's what I love about altcoins over Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here we've got, so that point of resistance there up until 19. So what's that? That would be just all it requires is maybe about a 30% move, maybe 35% move, 40% move to go to its all-time high, and then up to price discovery. DigiByte, let's talk about it. It's really super fast. It's really what I respect about it is it's secure and it's fast, and it's a blockchain that competes with Litecoin, and it's probably beneficial to Bitcoin because it is so fast and it does the job that they're all trying to achieve in a sense. It is a public blockchain. It was open source, so 2013, launched in 2014, and it's got a finite amount of tokens. So 21 billion will be mined by 2035. Its algorithm is so secure that it uses 5 different cryptographic algorithms. So one of them, to give you an idea, it's the same as what they use for nuclear ledger launch code pads. So it's super secure. It's much faster. I love this right up here. If we check out the website, DigiByte blocks occur 15 seconds, and you get 40 times faster than Bitcoin and 10 times faster than Litecoin. It implements 1,066 on-chain transactions per second, and with negligible fees, which is one of the biggest problems with Ethereum, even some with Bitcoin. But yeah, not having really anything to worry about with fees and being super, super fast. And not over here, I love this part. There is no CEO or company because it hasn't been funded by ICOs and it doesn't have that sort of structure, and being volunteer based, but also open source. You can see that the project's got feet of its own and it's happening. The only thing is that can be seen as a weakness because they don't have that sort of structure or marketing team driving it potentially that I know about. I'm not sure if it does exist. Please let me know in the comments. But you've got super secure, super decentralized, super fast. What more do you want? So it's really an underdog at the moment. If we look at the chart again, there's still so much room to move. It's been sort of moving up slowly since January, and we're really only at a $1.6 billion market cap. So with its capabilities, if you look at Litecoin, what's the difference with Litecoin versus, say, Digibyte? Where are we? CoinSpot. If we have a look at Litecoin's market cap, it will give us an indication of well, that thing is flying, WRX. It's not a Subaru, but it's something else of that nature. Here we go, Litecoin market cap to $17 billion. So $17 billion, and then you look at Digibyte at $1.6 billion, and this is faster. Which do you think people are going to invest in once they know? So this is just a suggestion to consider this. I definitely, I'm invested and I'll continue to dollar cost average more into it. I'm looking at the 10 cents to buy back in. And I'm also looking at this popping through. If it does, you could put a buy order in there. And if it does pull back, you could put a buy order again on that 12-cent mark, 12.5 cent to hopefully buy in. But the market takes off with this one. It potentially could just start to reach that point pretty quickly in a matter of days. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, they're both good projects. We really like them. Hopefully you guys can get invested into them if you've got a bit more capital or you've made some money off another skyrocketing crypto. Like if you went back to that one there, if anyone was in, let's say what this one is, Wazir X, if you've made a lot of money on that today, you could potentially pull some out and put that into something like Digibyte because it seems to be such a solid project with such good fundamentals that will be depended upon in the blockchain industry for payments, of course. So Zilliqa and Digibyte, they're both super fast, both good for payment, both have these incredible capabilities of scalability as well. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, 2 Satoshis, as you say. Hopefully, if there's any questions, leave them in the comments. Do me a favor, like it on YouTube, this video, share it and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you get all my calls like this. So today I just wanted to focus on 2 that I've been meaning to talk about for 2 weeks now, but the timing was right. And Zilliqa and Digibyte is definitely something that should be on your radar if it's not already. So anyway, happy investing and 2 thumbs up from me, and I'll see you in the next video.